You know that video where like, I don't know if you can see it clearly. That video where you're doing bench 100 kg.
Turn my headphones up.
Hello, we are the 5GUYS1PODCAst. Just in case you forgot, my name's Waj. This is Shamir. This is Aaron, and we've got Saletta with us today. We are missing one person, but hopefully next episode we'll have them with us.
5GUYS1PODCAST, where there hasn't actually been 5 guys on the podcast.
Yeah, literally.
So just a brief intro, like how's everyone been keeping last few days?
Yeah, bro, being blessed, banging out these YouTube videos, podcasts, editing, photoshopping thumbnails, bro. It's been a madness. Aaron?
It's good.
Yeah, all good really. Working out, cooking, reading. That's about it.
What about you, Saletta?
Yeah, I've just been busy with school, mate. Just working out, banging out school assignments. That's it, mate.
Yeah, one of them ones. So I've been, as I'm sure some of you guys probably do from time to time, going on Auto Trader and having a look at some of my favorite cars and thinking about how I can afford them from time to time. So I've got a list of some dream cars that I really want to get one time in the future.
Okay, what are those?
Oh, there's like Ferrari. As you know, I've always been a Ferrari boy. Yeah, I know that you've been a Lamborghini boy, but there's something about it, Ferraris, that just appeal to me.
All of us then, Lambo or Ferrari, real quick. Sorry. So, Wad, you're Ferrari. Sham, you're Lambo. Select. Lambo. I'm Ferrari. I'll go with you, Wad. I'm Ferrari.
Yeah. Do you know what it is? I think maybe
behind us, bro.
I think what it is that when I was young, I was super into Formula One. I guess I still am right now, and I always used to be a Ferrari fan. So I just got it from there, I guess. There's no Lamborghini in F1 at the moment.
You know what? Yeah? It might have to be me, bro. I might have to come through.
Inshallah, one day, mate. One day.
It.
You know what? I just think, yeah, Lambos look cool, but Ferraris look classy.
Ooh.
Bougie, ratchet.
Yeah. I'm not trying to throw shade at anybody, who's got a Lamborghini.
The only problem is that they're just ridiculously expensive.
Yeah.
How practical are they on the road? Like, realistically, you don't need a car that has over 900 horsepower on the road, do you?
Facts, bro.
No.
I reckon you don't need a car probably over 300 on UK roads. You can't go anywhere.
I don't know what that translates to in terms of speed.
400, 300, 400.
Yo, I think my car's got about 400, mate.
Yeah, what? 400 Newton meters of torque, mate. That's still a lot, bro.
I've got old Volkswagen Polo in the scarlet red Ferrari colour.
Halfway there. You just need the Ferrari now. You got the paint job.
You just need the badges, bro. That's all, bro.
Quite a badge on eBay.
People walk past like, oh, is this the new Ferrari? Yeah.
I know, exactly. Honestly, it's literally the exact same colour as the scarlet red Ferrari. It's bright red. Beautiful.
Right, what's your favourite Ferrari, though?
Well, they've got the FXX model at the moment, but for me, it's Enzo. The Enzo is just a classic. Like, that is just the epitome of Ferrari.
Well, what about the Ferrari? La Ferrari.
That Ferrari is beautiful. They're just so beautiful, all of these cars. They're so nice. But I think the problem is, like, some of these cars now, they cost like 2 million plus now. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, realistically, you guys, like, how much money would you need to have to justify yourself buying that? Like, how much excess cash? But to me, like, even if I could afford one, I wouldn't buy one because, like me, I'm not like a huge car guy. So I'd rather spend it on a house or a holiday, like holidays and stuff, more than anything. Experience rather than cars. Like, how much excess cash do you think you'd need to have to buy one? I suppose it depends on how much you're into it, really, or how much you're into cars. Like me, it would be kind of the last thing on my list. I don't think I'll ever buy, no matter how rich I get, I don't think I'll ever buy like a supercar because I don't want one that badly.
Yeah. I think
Go on, Waj.
I think it just depends on people's own preferences as well and what they deem to be more valuable to them. So I read this thing that was like you should spend around 10% of your income.
Yeah.
10% of your income on your car. And so like I guess I kind of
I hope
that
that
with
3
my
million
Scarlet Red Ferrari, bro. My Scarlet Red Ferrari took about 99% of my income. I broke that rule.
Yeah, man. Cars are expensive to run, innit? Like, and that's why I think with these supercars, you really have to be into them because they obviously just, depreciate over time. And that's why, for if I was going to get a supercar, I would jump from I got a Polo GTR right now. I would go from like a Polo maybe to like an Audi like RS6 to the maximum maybe, and then go to like the supercars because you need to be earning quite a lot to afford these supercars, like, and to keep them running, insured, fueled up. So yeah, bro, like I think if I was to earn probably over like a good amount, like a certain amount, I'm like you as well, Aaron, in many ways in terms of I'm really into them, but it would definitely be like one of the last things.
Yeah, 100%. I think what a smart thing to do is in this day and age, there's sites now where you can like rent any car. I think the bet, like if you wanted to like drive a supercar, like rent one like for an occasion, like drive one like a couple of times a year. Like obviously, yes, like it's still going to cost a lot to rent it just for like say 24 hours. But like Salette said, how practical is it having a Lamborghini when you want to pop down to the shops? Not very. Like, and
you make it practical, innit? you change your area code and everything, bro. You change where you live. Go on, what the top 3 cars, bro?
Wait, just before we go on to that, just one interesting thing that you said was that a lot of these supercars depreciate in value, and I thought the same until this week. Yeah. I actually watched a video about this supercar garage in the north somewhere, and they like went through a lot of these cars, and they had some cars that actually go up in value over time.
Yeah.
So like some of these older like Lamborghinis and Ferraris, like Ferrari F40, for example, that if you buy that now, in 10 years time, that's going to be worth even more. Like
it's like that U-shape, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really interesting that some of these old like Lamborghinis and Ferraris, they go up in value.
Big facts. Yeah,
but it's like ridiculous amounts, and
they're
so rare as well.
Value,
so rare.
It's a U-shape in value where it starts to like depreciate, and then over time, it's like with like clothing and stuff, like or like Supreme stuff. It then becomes more expensive again because it's like rare. It's rarity, isn't it?
Well, it becomes a classic, doesn't it?
Classic, yeah.
That point where it stops being old and it becomes a classic.
Like those cars that I've been sending on Instagram on the group chat by Car Archived.
Yeah.
Some of them go up in value a lot.
All right, what's your top 3? Let's do everyone's top 3.
Salette, you go first.
This is like we're not just looking at all cars, yeah.
All cars.
Audi RS3.
Nice.
The C63, not the new version, though, like the old one.
Yeah.
C63 AMG. Let me take that one out, and just put the G-Wagon, the G63 instead, yeah.
All right.
And then the last one will either be a split between a Urus or a Porsche Cayenne GTS.
Oh, really? So you like these bigger cars?
Big cars.
Yeah, man. Nice. Yeah. What about you, though? What about you, Aaron?
Put me on the spot because I don't really know enough to like give specific models. But obviously I've got just a Vauxhall Corsa at the moment, and I'm going to be moving down to London soon, so I won't need a car for like a good few years living in central London. But my idea is then once I move out of the centre of London, my first like proper nice car is going to be a nice Range Rover. That's what I want. So I have to say that's my number one. Nice. But I think a convertible would be nice, man. I was joking with my brother the other day that if you could get a convertible Range Rover, I'd have one I'd have one. Like, it wouldn't look good, but just think about it.
bro.
You're not that high on a nice summer's day. I'd like that. So yeah, like a Range Rover. Let's think of a convertible. Give me a convertible Ferrari, and we'll put that at number 2. What's a good convertible Ferrari, guys?
488 Spider.
Yeah.
What, sorry?
A 488 Spider.
488 Spider. That's number 2. Number 3. Oh no! No! Forget the Range Rover as number 1. The Bentley, was it Borderlega? The
Bentayga.
Bentayga, yeah. Bentley
Ooh,
Bentayga. I'll take that number 1.
right.
Range Rover Sport number 2, and then that convertible Ferrari number 3.
Nice. What are you, Edge?
Right. I'll split into different categories, yeah? 1, Volkswagen Polo.
Yes.
Number 2, Tesla Cybertruck.
Ooh.
That the one that destroyed with the hammer?
Yeah, that's the one. I love that car. I love that. It looks amazing.
Just hope nobody tries to rush you in it, otherwise you're done.
I'll rush them in it, mate. And number 3, I'd have to go with like a classic Ferrari, like an Enzo or an F40. Beautiful.
Nice, bro.
Yeah. What about you, Shan?
Alright, bro. Yeah, I bet you lot can guess it.
A Lambo's going to be on there.
Alright, so I got them all like written down, bro. Like
Oh, really?
everything I want,
Ooh.
I got them written down, innit? Man said
Yeah.
jet ski.
You got
quad bike.
Tesla, RS6, RS7, Rolls-Royce Phantom, Bugatti. You got a jet ski on there as well.
Oh yeah, I'll join you on the yacht. More than I don't care about having a nice car. If I drive a course for the rest of my life, I'm fine. But I'm gonna have a nice boat. I love boats.
That's like real rich money. That is though. So, obviously, favorite car, Lamborghini Aventador SV. Then I'll probably go for a G-Wagon 6x6.
Yeah.
And then it might have to be like a Rolls or something like classy. Do you know what I mean? A Rolls Phantom, man.
With the SKP number plate.
Yeah, bro. My plan is, so I currently got the number plate X10 SKP. Next car is going to be X20 SKP. Third car, fourth car. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice. It seems like we've all got a lot of ambition in terms of what car we've got, but like, where do we kind of see ourselves going forward in life? Like, what do we kind of want from life?
Ooh.
Very
Good
deep question. Yeah.
Deep question. What do I want out of this life? So I'm a little human being on a spinning rock, and what do I want out of it? Probably just to maybe like inspire and motivate others, really. I think that's like the core. That's why I do the podcast and stuff, so people know how other people think and get different perspectives. So therefore they can be like inspired or maybe motivated. Like a lot of my motivation comes from other people in terms of their energy or like things they say. For example, like Kevin Hart, The Rock, like some of these YouTubers, like they're really like motivated.
About being inspired by people. I knew you were going to say Kevin Hart for some reason.
Yeah.
Because he's always putting out inspirational stuff. And his new episode with Joe Rogan dropped just like 2 days ago, didn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry, carry on. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Carry on.
Now, what about you, Aaron? Like, what do you want out of life? Mine was basic to inspire and motivate.
Nice.
I like that.
It's very cheesy and cliche, but to be happy, I think that. But I think people confuse like what being happy is. I think like when people think, oh yeah, I just want to be happy, that like they should be in a constant state of joy, which is obviously unrealistic. I think people need to think about happiness as like living a rich and fulfilling life, and part of that life, it's not all going to be like sunshine and rainbows. Like you're going to feel hurt, you're going to feel pain, and I think feeling all that stuff and then feeling the joys of life, that is like a truly fulfilling life, and that is what happiness is in my perspective. And I think that's ultimately what I want. Like I used to, like my goals always used to, I say used to, like a year ago, were about like I want to make this X amount, and I still believe I'm going to be, very wealthy, very well off. But that's not like my primary goal. My primary goal really is to be happy, take care of the people that I love. And everything else on top is just gravy, really.
Very nice, very nice. And how about yourself, Salat?
Mine's kind of like similar to Aaron's, like right off the bat, just like happiness, you know, like, and not even to like just attain like a certain level where I can be like, I'm happy, but just to all my years, like just to be happy, you know. But like recently, like, especially like, after going to China, I've been thinking like about the type of life I want to live. Like, do I want to live a corporate life and be a businessman, or do I want to travel like to my heart's content? You know what I mean? And like, it's hard to live like both of those lives like at the same time. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to like see where life takes me, but also explore my avenues and see like what I'll end up loving more at the end of the day, you know?
Yeah, that's the best way. I think you got to experience it for yourself, haven't you?
Yeah.
What about you?
I think for me, it's quite similar for me as well. Like, I think I would like to like just be content essentially, because like you said, like happiness is like is an interesting term really, but really what we kind of want is to be content, don't we? We want to. That state of being content is what we all kind of want all the time. But I think one thing that I really want to do is like leave my mark on the world somehow. Like see all these people who've like advanced humanity in different ways, these Nobel Prize winners and these entrepreneurs and whatnot. I kind of want to have my mark somewhere in the world. So like in like 100 years time, people are like, oh yeah, remember this guy, Ujjaha Mughal, he did this or he did that, or, you know, just invent some sort of, I don't know, some new surgical technique where like they're like, oh yeah, we're doing the Ujjaha maneuver right now, or, you know, something. Like, I just want to leave my mark somewhere in the world so people will remember and think about me in the future.
Yeah, man.
I feel like a lot of people are just in this constant cycle of just like living and dying, and like that's it. They're forgotten.
You want to leave a legacy, isn't it?
Yeah, leave a legacy.
I think that's where I am like that, in a sense of that's why I inspire and motivate, because I think when I used to have this mindset of, oh yeah, I want to leave a legacy, but I think a lot of these people that did actually leave a legacy, or like, or let's say living legends, they didn't necessarily want to achieve that. They wanted to achieve what they wanted, which then allowed them to leave a legacy because they were so invested in, you know, what they wanted to do and very passionate about like what they're doing. So I think when you find that passion, and I think, I think out of all of us, I've mentioned my passion of what I want to do in life. Do you get what I'm saying? Like to inspire and motivate. And like what are your guys' passion like?
I think for me it's like constantly changing all the time. Like I'll go through phases of like things that I'm super interested in and build a hobby and stuff out of it, and then sometimes I just kind of leave it to the side and then move on to something different. I guess like as we all grow older, like passions and hobbies always change, don't they? So like right now, like something that I've just got super into is like filming and making videos and stuff. Just something that I've been doing over the last 2 months basically. But like I know that for a fact that in like 10 years time that might be completely different, and you know I might be into something else. But yeah, I guess
you might be on the big stage teaching. What do you mean?
Yeah, who knows?
What about you,
my situation is almost like Wadges, man, because it keeps changing, man. Like, and another thing is I'm quite inconsistent with these things, you know what I mean? So I'll be really into something for like a good few months and then I'll just leave it after that. So like from my side, man, I'm still trying to find like my passion, you know what I mean?
Aaron?
And yourself, Aaron?
Was it our passion? Like what our passions are? See, I think obviously a big one for me, because I'm training to be a lawyer, is law, but more specifically business, I suppose, and like working within like the corporate sphere as a lawyer. Obviously that's one of my passions because that's, you know, what I'm going to do for a living. But outside of that, MMA, I've always been into MMA, always loved training and watching it, even though I'm absolutely terrible.
He's not.
What's that?
He's not.
Nah, for real. But last year I got into golf. Like I said, hopefully golf courses are open now, I think, actually. But yeah, like in a couple of months, once coronavirus has eased off a bit, get back into golf. Poker, something I've always, had a bit of a passion for. So yeah, I think I'm just kind of listing my hobbies now. But yeah, like I think, yeah, you've got two different kinds of passions, right? You've got stuff you like to work hard at, and then your hobbies. So in terms of working, like anything in the corporate sphere, like I said, I'm going to train to be a lawyer, work as a lawyer in London. And then obviously we'll see where we go from there, whether I want to branch out into different business ventures. But then, yeah, like in terms of hobbies, MMA has always been a big one. And then like just kind of pick things up. Like White said, like I could be really into something and then like let it go for a bit.
Yeah.
But with me, I always tend to come back to, what I find passionate.
Yeah, exactly.
Golf and poker are two others.
Do you find that you like for example with MMA, do you find that you're like super into it for a while and then for a few months or a few weeks or something that you kind of have less of an interest in it and then come back to it later?
No, I think that's the one constant. For when I was at uni, like I stopped training for like 3 years while I was at uni, and that's kind of like my biggest regret. Like I said, like I just train on a casual basis. There's no way I'd ever be, good enough to be a good pro fighter or even like, a good amateur fighter. But yeah, like it's something I've always loved doing. And like even if I haven't been training, even in those 3 years when I wasn't training, I was still, watching every day. So I think that's the one constant. Like golf is probably something I'll just like do in the summer when it's nicer weather to get outside. Like poker and whatnot, this and that, cooking and stuff. Yeah, you might pick up and drop, but no, I think MMA is my biggest hobby by far.
Yeah, I can definitely tell. Literally from knowing you for 10 years, I know that you've enjoyed MMA the whole time.
Yeah, 100%.
Definitely into it for sure. Yeah. So one thing that I like doing is making my Instagram. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I kind of put a lot more effort than the average user might in making my thing look pretty or whatever you want to call it. So I was looking at all of your Instagrams before, and I was gonna say like let's have a look find a picture that each of us like from someone else's, and let's hear the background behind it. What do you reckon?
All right, let's do it.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So I'll start first. So I was looking at yours, right? Your latest picture, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to ask, where even are you when you're taking this picture?
Where was I? Did I put the
Show me that photo again, Wedge, real quick. Nice.
Yeah, it's such a sick photo.
Thanks a lot, mate.
I love the poses, and your beard is looking very nice, looking healthy.
Yeah, man. So I was in China, and it was a school trip, and we had to go to a different city called Ningbo, pretty major city in China, and we went to like the harbor because it's business related, to see how things come into China, how things leave China. And yeah, man, it was freezing, and we stayed in a pretty decent like hotel kind of setting. Don't know what it was, but yeah, that's what it was, mate. So yeah, that's the story behind that one.
You haven't got a very thick jacket for the weather then, have you?
Mate, it's too thin, bro. Too thin.
Yeah, and that skin fade, bro, that cold must have hit you hard there.
You get freeze, you're like the sides of your head, bro. They're just freezing.
That's so true.
So do you have these business trips quite often?
Yeah, man, we're supposed to have them like once every year, usually before we write exams.
Ah, sweet. And is it just like a few days that you just go somewhere for?
Yeah. It's usually like 3 days, 2-3 days.
Ah, that's cool, man. That's cool. So where else have you gone?
Went to Ningbo. I think I went to. I forgot the name of this other place, but it's also like an industrial kind of part of China. Where we saw this part. We saw like not how things come in from the coast, but like how things move in and around China. So we went to like manufacturing firms, industrial places, things like that. Yeah.
Nice.
And you get to go with like a bunch of your friends, so you got some good company with you.
Yeah. We like two of my mates. I have like 3 really good mates in China, and like 2 of them are in my class in it. So everywhere we go, man, it's just jokes,
Oh, that's the best way. Yeah. That's how it should be.
Yeah.
School trips were always the best days, man. Sorry to start off.
Yeah, that's so
School
true.
trips were always the best days.
Remember when we all went Alton Towers?
Yeah, we had
Yeah.
those 3 days at the end of the year in school where we could like choose different places to go, didn't we?
Yeah, we did tennis one day, didn't we? We played tennis, then went Star City another, and then Alton Towers.
Oh, Star City!
Star
I
City,
remember.
Mr. Kim was at tennis.
He used to big up. Oh man, Mr. Klim watches this now. We're slated. But Mr. Klim used to big up like he was like what's his name, Nadal or someone. Yeah, right. Yeah. And then I played him and almost beat him. And I don't play tennis.
Oh man.
Yeah. But he was good though. Like for him, trying to sound respectful, you know. I didn't think he'd be as good as you. Yeah, let me say that. Let me say that. You get me?
Yeah. Those are good times, man.
Yeah.
Right. Who's next? Whose photo's next?
One of you three. Go on, Sham.
Let me ask Wajahat. Okay, Waji. So, this photo. You on your bed, reading some paper, what it looks like. And the caption is yellow socks, a hypersensitivity reaction, and a happy birthday banner.
Right, so this is me in first year of med school, and I'll tell you this story another time. But essentially, I broke my foot, and and basically,
you gotta quickly tell us the story now.
It's a long story. I'll have to say it for another time, but it's a good story, trust me. And basically, my accommodation, it was on the 3rd floor and there was no lift, so I was screwed. So I asked for some other temporary accommodation, and they gave me that room over there.
Yeah.
I just moved into this new place, and I was like checking it out. It was quite a nice modern furnished accommodation. So I was like, oh, you know what, this is decent. I could get used to this. Well, yeah, I just thought like, you know what, I don't really have many photos of myself on Instagram. That's the perfect opportunity. I'm just sat around doing nothing. I can't go out anywhere. So let's get a picture of myself. So I think one of my friends was over with me. They just grabbed a quick shot, and it worked.
With the yellow socks.
With the yellow socks. I don't have them anymore, but
I was about to say, man, do you still have these yellow socks? Clearly iconic, man.
I kind of switched it up now. I just stick to plain white or plain black socks. I don't really have these funky colors anymore.
Yeah, so Aaron, I was looking at your IG as well. Yeah, you know that video where like, I don't know if you can see it clearly. That video where you're doing bench 100 kg. How long did it take you to get to 100 kg, man?
Long time, man. Like
about a year.
I suppose they're kind of like there's two kind of like timelines really. Like there's like the timeline of how long did it take in that like kind of weightlifting period, and how long did it take like since I started benching. So like, how old was I there? That was going on for 2 years ago. So I was 20, like just turned 20, and I'd been like benching since I was 17. So like in that sense, 3 years.
17 months, big man.
But yes, but in terms of like that period, like I started lifting weights very consistently, like with the aim to like lift as heavy as possible and get as big as possible. From maybe like that was end of September, I feel, or like start of October, and from like maybe like start of July. Let's say start of July. So like start of July, like midway June. So in that sense, that's what like 1, 2. So it's like 3 months. 3 months of like consistently working towards that particular target. Yeah, that was a difficult one, man. Like getting educated squat. Huh?
3 months is nothing, man. That's quick.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. I was starting from like I could probably already bench 80 for like one. Like, 3 months. You get what I mean? Because like, I'd been benching like for a few years, but like the way I train, like sometimes I'll like be very like dedicated to like lifting for like 3 months. And I'll like do more cardio or something, that kind of thing. So like in terms of like
the bar as well.
Sorry?
You including the bar as well?
Yeah, including the bar. Yeah, that's 100 kg including the bar.
Is it 20 or 15?
20.
The bar, 20.
Oh.
The bar weighed 20. So yeah, 20 on the bar, and then what would it be? 40 each side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you feel when you like lifted that 100?
That's
That's the
the biggest guy
pinnacle
on
point
earth.
in lifting, isn't it?
I felt like the biggest guy on earth until I looked at the guy sat next to me and he was benching like 140. But no, yeah, that was, yeah, like when you, I don't know if there's anything quite like the feeling of like hitting a big lift like that. Like if you lift, I don't know like how much you guys lift weights. Like I know you do, like a fair bit. But like when you hit like a big lift like that you've been trying to get for ages, and like some people may say, oh yeah, I can bench this much, I can bench that much. It doesn't matter whether like you're benching 60 kg, 140. If that's like heavy for you and that's like your max, the feeling once you've done that, like you feel like you're on top of the world. You feel pretty indestructible. Yeah, that was it. That was a big one to get to that. Bench as well. Bench has always been like my weakest too. So I had to put on a lot of size to get that, and not just muscle. There was a lot of fat being carried around just to have like the body mass to push that. Yeah, I couldn't do that now. I wouldn't be able to hit 100 now. Probably hit about 90. I'd say maybe 90. So not even that far off.
Yeah, no.
A lot of dedication to get that.
Just like to reiterate, no usage of steroids or performance enhancers.
It's just these clean genetics. Yeah, like I'm no kind of athlete, so obviously like 100 kgs like was a big deal for me. Yeah, so that was a good achievement. I was pretty proud of myself for that.
Love that.
Very good, mate. Very good.
Oh wait, so it's my turn now to ask.
Yes.
Sham, isn't it? Should probably actually look at your Instagram. Let me see.
Beautiful page.
Mm-hmm. SKP. No, it's not that.
Jamaica.
Let me see. Oh, go on then, because I'm a big Harrods fan myself. Fish and chips at Harrods.
Yes.
Talk me through that. Let's have the Harrods talk.
So, I was with another person, and we were starving, but we were like, you know what? We planned to spend the evening in Harrods, but we were starving. So we're like, you know what? We'll just eat here. Yeah. And then she knew this nice restaurant, or like they've got like a whole dining place where it's like you can have like pasta, you can have sushi, like this. I went to like the fish bar, and yeah, I looked at the menu. I was like, oh cool, like fish and chips. Yeah, you think, I don't know, we got like peach chippy, not pushing £10 maybe. Yeah, I looked at it. Right. 32 pounds for fish and chips, man.
Ooh.
32 pounds for fish and chips. But I'll tell you what, it was the best fish and chips. Cliche, obviously, but the best fish and chips I've ever had, man. I don't know if that was the money speaking or what. And my mind was just like, Sham, you paid £32 for fish and chips. You like this, don't you? You like these fish and chips. But nah, honestly, it was really nice. Like, and the service, obviously in Harrods, you got like, you could be sitting next to like a millionaire. Like, their service is tip top. So yeah, man, that was a nice experience. I think it should be done again, definitely. Like, if you to spend like, you could spend like easily a full day in Harrods. Like,
oh yeah, I've done it myself, man. Yeah.
So Cham, are you saying that you're gonna go treat us all?
Yeah. When the podcast stop making money, yeah.
No, we've got this on record. Cham is treating us to Harrods fish and chips.
Yeah, Harrods fish and chips vlog.
Right, yeah. Tell me this fish and chips. Like, tell me what's good about it. Is it the salt on the chips? Is it made of gold or something? Tell me.
It might have been, it might have been. It better have been, man. But I don't know. It was the fish. It was cooked right in front of you. Like, you saw them with the fish. Like,
that probably adds about 10 quid, doesn't it?
Hey? Yeah. Honestly. Yeah. And you saw them like fry it and all this stuff. And yeah, like it was I think it was a different fish, to be honest. I don't know what it was. I'm not like a huge.
Not
huge
had it,
foodie.
not cod.
I don't know, to be fair.
Probably killed a shark, mate.
Shark. Yo, trust me.
It was a
32
shark
pounds.
fried in platinum, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So that's that gram. It was good. I would go to all the different places in there though, because they have like a really nice pasta place that looks amazing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, have you been to the pizza and pasta bar? Have you been to that?
I've went to another pizza place. It's not in like the food hall bit, and I think it was just like one of the pizzerias. I had like one of the best pizzas once again there, because obviously it was like
That's like £68 a slice, isn't it?
yeah, like it was ridiculous, but it was like a chicken shawarma pizza. Yeah, no, it was really nice.
Yo, I have a question. What drink did you have alongside it?
Bruv, Coke, like yeah, man, Coke, just plain old Coke.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's everyone's go-to drink, alcohol-wise?
Okay.
I don't drink alcohol.
Neither do I.
Yeah, me neither, mate.
Aaron, you go first then.
Sorry?
You go first then. Actually, show me your room, bro.
Yeah, I was trying to say.
I'll show everybody the collection. Oh, nice little collection going. Give everyone a taste of this. So, we've got the gins up here. Tanqueray's got to be the best gin, right? In my opinion, anyway. But, we've got some of us, Plymouth up here. I've got the glasses there. Bottle of wine. Got a bottle of Prosecco here. And then here's the single malts, the whiskies. We've got a Glenny 12. Glenfiddich 15 years over there. I got a few bottles of Grey Goose and stuff. So yeah, I actually might be able to tell. I'm an alcoholic. No, not an alcoholic.
This went from a podcast to an AA meeting real quick.
Yeah.
But no, I like my drinks essentially. I'm a bit of a drink snob. So yeah, like for me, I've got quite a lot. But I've had to just narrow it down to like a go-to drink. Probably like just a whiskey, Glenfiddich, 12 years. Like, yeah.
What about you, Select?
I've been drinking a lot of gin lately. For the past year, I've been drinking a lot of gin. The year before that, I've been on a Bacardi, man. But like, because it's a lot smoother than vodka, you know what I mean? So if I had to choose, I'd probably say it also depends on like the night out, you know what I mean? Like Aaron's talking about whiskey. I feel like I drink whiskey if I'm playing pool with the boys, you know what I mean? Yeah. Something chill. If I wanted to get like a bit cheeky and go like to the clubs, then I'll probably drink like gin like right off the bat. But if I had to pick one, like, I'd probably say white rum, so Bacardi.
Yo, I have to ask, why is that? Because surely they're like the similar strength, aren't they? So you could technically switch them over the other way, right?
Yeah, true. But
whiskey's more difficult to drink than light spirits, isn't it? Like vodka, gin, like light coloured spirits, like you can knock them back quicker, I think, than like dark rum or whiskey.
Are they more difficult?
Like
they're less palatable, I think would be the term. Yeah, like they're just harder to drink.
Does.
Whiskey also takes me like quite a while to get like drunk at night, you know. So like that's why I if I'm drinking that, then I'd probably be doing something fairly relaxed.
Well, what's your favorite Capricin?
To be honest, I just stick to the H2O these days.
H2O
keeps me well hydrated, enhances my performance during exercise, and keeps my mind fresh as well. So I think it's probably the best that you could get, really.
Yeah, no. On a real note, though, like I haven't drank in ages. I don't know, like I think it's just become like a little bit healthy with myself. You know what I mean? Saying that, I'm KFC like 2 times a week, but yeah. I don't know. There's something about drinking. I just feel like it slows me down, and I feel like when you drink, let's say you went on night out or you drank at night, then that carries on to the next day. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the worst part about it. Yeah, if you could drink about the hangover, I'd be drinking every day. No.
Yeah, let's bring this back to a AA meeting real quick. Like,
so Sham, what is yours then? What's yours?
I would say like if I were to drink, I started off drinking actually like Disaronno and Coke. Like usually like starting off drinking like that. But yeah, like I don't know, there's something about the taste. It's like pretty chill taste, but obviously it's still alcoholic. So yeah, I'll go for something like that, something like with a mixer, just to like. I've not hit that realm of like neat alcohol, obviously shots and stuff, but like Arrow, like whiskey.
Right. I think we've talked about a lot of different topics today. I think it's about time that we wrap this up. So, has anyone got anything else that they want to add before we finish off?
Nah, bro. I think if we just tell everyone to like, comment, subscribe.
That sounds good to me. Yeah.
Comment any topics you would like us to talk about on the next.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Any topics that you want, put it down in the comment section below. Hit that sub button, and we'll be back with another podcast in a week's time.
Peace.